With diverse flora and fauna, magnificent natural landscapes, and an ecological biosphere that supports life, this wondrous planet is our earthly home. From our animal co-inhabitants to the lush rainforests and life-giving soil, we cherish all these as gifts from the Creator. It is a common theme in the world's major faiths that during our temporary stay here, we should be good stewards of Mother Earth. Throughout the years, Supreme Master Ching Hai has shared the message of leading a balanced life while following a spiritual path. Not only must we nourish our spirits, but we share the responsibility to care for nature and our fellow beings. In light of recent scientific evidence stressing the grave state of our planet caused by climate change, Supreme Master Ching Hai affirms the important message she has noted for over the past 2 decades. We must be vegetarian, meaning an animal-free diet, and practice sustainable living. Today we present to you Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussion on climate change, titled, "The Only Refuge is in the Virtuous Way of Living," via video conference with our association members in Vancouver, Canada, on August 24th, 2008.
Dear Master, how could I rescue the dogs in China? The dogs are suffering so greatly, and there are too many dogs. I'm helpless.
What happened to the dog there?
The dogs are being skinned alive.
Oh God, Jesus. Oh dear heaven. I don't know how this can happen in our civilized society and in such a great country like China with 5,000 years or more of civilization and culture. I am also helpless like she is. It is maybe the economic situation that forced people to turn their blind eyes to their heart. I don't see how any normal human being could do such a wicked, evil deed to any other living being. I don't know how the world turned the blind eyes to this. I don't know how the government turned the blind eyes to this either. Oh, terrible, terrible things. I told you, this world is like almost half hell to some people and some corner of the world. Things are not right. We all talk about human rights and being kind and all that, but in some corner of the world, these things are still just a talk, just a dream. If we are unkind to the animals, then we will reap the unkind result in the long run, or sometimes immediately. People don't know that. Maybe no one told them that. That's why they do this kind of utterly despicable action to a helpless animals, and so faithful and good, loving creature like dog. I don't know how we call ourselves human being and we're not humane. I do hope the government of China one day will just stop this, or stop it immediately, stop it yesterday already. I do hope all the animals, lovers, animals protecting organizations in the world will get together somehow and have to take care of these matters. Otherwise, I'm afraid the people who do this to the dogs will be more pitiful than the dogs themselves. Whatever they do to the dog, they will reap it 9 times, 10 times more. And they don't know that. We have to also pray for these people, otherwise they will not know where they're going after they die. They really don't know what they're doing. Maybe they do know, but because they have no other job to do, they have to do this. But whatever excuses, this is the most evil thing that I can think of. I think they better stop it. Somehow, somebody had to stop them.
Some of the diseases related to meat consumption, bacterial microbes, pesticides and enzymes found in cheese derived from the inner stomach linings of other animals. Up to 80% of the calories in cheese are from pure fat. Antibiotic-resistant superbug infections from a strain of Staphylococcus aureus, blue tongue disease, E. coli, salmonella, bird flu, mad cow disease or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, 90% of the population at risk, pig's disease or PMWS, listeriosis, shellfish poisoning, preeclampsia, Campylobacter, Clostridium difficile, diseases hidden in healthy-appearing livestock. Some of the costs of meat eating: heart disease, over 17 million lives lost globally each year. Cost of cardiovascular disease is at least $1 trillion a year. Cancer, over 1 million new colon cancer patients diagnosed each year, more than 600,000 colon cancer-related mortalities annually. In the United States alone, colon cancer treatment costs about $6.5 billion. Millions of people are newly diagnosed with other meat-related cancers every year. Diabetes, 246 million people are affected worldwide. An estimated $174 billion spent each year on treatment. Obesity, worldwide 1.6 billion adults are overweight with 400 million more who are obese. Costs $93 billion each year for medical expenses in the United States alone. At least 2.6 million people die annually from problems related to being overweight or obese. Environmental, use up to 70% of clean water, pollute most of the water bodies, deforest the lungs of the earth, uses up to 43% of the world's cereal, uses up to 85% of the world's soy, cause world hunger and wars, 80% cause of global warming, plus more. Some of the costs of milk consumption: breast, prostate and testicular cancer from hormones present in milk, hysteria and Crohn's disease. Hormones and saturated fat leads to osteoporosis, obesity, diabetes and heart disease, linked to higher incidences of multiple sclerosis, classified as a major allergen, lactose intolerance, plus more.
Hello, Master. Thank you so much for taking care of me for so many years. As you know, we have people in this world who eat vegetarian food, vegan raw food, and even only rely on water or air. They use less and less resources and more independent in the current society. My question is this a kind of process we need to go through after entering the golden age?
No, we don't have to go through this to enter the golden age, but it would help if people become vegetarian. That's the main point. Because immediately you tell them to be breatharian or fruitarian, I don't think they can bear. Yeah? So now, vegan, yeah, the best. We have enough food, we have enough resource in the world to feed everybody, as long as we don't abuse it. You know, we don't kill animals for food, because that process costing the earth and causing the pollution. And we're going to be in danger. And we are already in danger because of that, because of the killing process. The golden age doesn't require people to live on air only. But for health purpose, some people do choose to be raw, yeah, a raw vegetarian. Or maybe even just a liquid consumer. They put raw food in a processor or in a blender and then they just drink it like that. Or they just take juice. Yes, or they just take fruits, yes, or they just take prana, meaning the energy around you, in the air, from the earth, from the sun. These are energy they call prana in Sanskrit. And some people do live on that, and that's okay too. If you can, you try that. But do not harm yourself, because some people are not able, okay? It depends on what kind of spiritual level you are. There are several kinds of people who can be breatharian. The people who have done that before, other lifetime. The people who in other lifetime never give any food to anybody else, like not charitable. Then in this lifetime, they don't have the merit of food. Their food account empty. So they have to go breatharian. And for them it's easy also. And another kind of people who are spiritually high and they want to be breatharian, that they can do also. Yeah, okay? Easier if in a former life you did it already, or in a former life you never give food to people who are hungry who came to your door. So it's good that you are vegan, raw, or blending food, or fruitarians. It's good enough already, for my humble opinion. And if you can go breatharian, yeah, go ahead. Okay? Just don't harm yourself. You go until you can. Yeah? And if you see that your body reacts and it's no good and you weaken and you're sick, then stop immediately. Okay? Anything fanatic is no good. You have to see how you can go and what you can do. Okay? There's no need to go to extreme of any kind. All right, you can try that. You can try breatharian if you want. And do some research so that you know what to do. But during the last retreat, I told them already, like generally how. Okay? So maybe if you're interested, you can watch that tape. Then you will consider whether you want to be living on air or not. Okay? Yes. You don't have to just live on air. You can live from the energy from the earth that you walk on. Yes? And the air around you from the sun. And also you can be nourished by your own energy inside, and you can also be nourished by the divine power within you, okay, by the love of God.
Vegetarianism and religion.
The Baha'i Faith. Regarding the eating of animal flesh and abstinence therefrom, know thou of a certainty that in the beginning of creation God determined the food of every living being, and to eat contrary to that determination is not approved. Selections from the Baha'i writings of some aspects of health and healing. Buddhism. All meats eaten by living beings are of their own relatives. Lankavatara Sutra.
Cao Dai, the most important thing is to stop killing, because animals also have souls and understand like humans. If we kill and eat them, then we owe them a blood debt. Teachings of the Saints.
Christianity. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. Holy Bible.
And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. Holy Bible.
Confucianism. All men have a mind which cannot bear to see the sufferings of others. The superior man, having seen the animals alive, cannot bear to see them die. Having heard their dying cries, he cannot bear to eat their flesh. Mencius. Essenes. I am come to end for sacrifices and feasts of blood, and if ye cease not offering and eating of flesh and blood, the wrath of God shall not cease from you. Gospel of the Holy 12.
Hinduism.
Since you cannot bring killed animals back to life, you are responsible for killing them. Therefore you are going to hell. There is no way for your deliverance. Adilila.
He who desires to augment his own flesh by eating the flesh of other creatures lives in misery in whatever species he may take his birth. Mahabharata anew.
Islam. Allah will not give mercy to anyone except those who give mercy to other creatures. Hadith.
Do not allow your stomachs to become graveyards of animals. Hadith.
Jainism. A true monk should not accept such food and drink as has been especially prepared for him involving the slaughter of living beings. Sutra Kritanga.
Judaism. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Holy Bible. Blood meaning flesh.
Sikhism. Those mortals who consume marijuana, flesh and wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism. Do not go into the mountain to catch birds and nets, nor to the water to poison fishes and minnows. Do not butcher the ox that plows your field, tract of the quiet way.
Tibetan Buddhism. The offering to the deities of meat obtained by killing animate beings is like offering a mother the flesh of her own child, and this is a grievous failure, the supreme path of discipleship.
Zoroastrianism. Those plants I, Ahura Mazda, or God, rain down upon the earth to bring food to the faithful and fodder to the beneficent cow. Avesta.
Everybody knows that vegetarian diet is good for health and to save the planet. They will be awakening their own great, compassionate, loving self-nature, and then their level of consciousness will rise up automatically, and they will understand more than they ever did, and they'll be closer to heaven than what they are right now.
Dear Master,
Hello.
I'm so happy. You mentioned in a teleconference in Seattle that even we have enough vegetarian people to balance the karma of killing, still 2/3 or half of the population of the planet will be vanished. My question is, does that mean those meat-eating people have absolutely no chance to survive, and some vegetarian people have to die as well? Who will survive besides the disciples, since not all our family members and loved ones are initiated and won't be initiated in near future? How much chance do they have to survive if they change to vegetarian? Thank you, Master.
Well, I never say that 2/3 or half of the people will vanish if we have enough vegetarian to balance the karma of killing. I say if we don't have, then 2/3 of people will vanish. You missed the word don't. One word missing.
Sorry, Master.
I'm telling you, if we have enough people to be vegetarian, like 2/3 of the world are vegetarian, then we can save the planet. At least these 2/3. And if your family member became vegetarian too, then they also included in that. Suppose they are not vegetarian and they die, of course the master power will also have to regulate their karma and take care of them accordingly, okay?
Thank you, Master. I
You're
love you
welcome.
with all my heart.
Thank you, I love you too.
Some of the benefits of a vegetarian diet: lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol levels, reduce type 2 diabetes, prevent stroke conditions, reverse atherosclerosis, reduce heart disease risk 50%, reduce heart surgery risk 80%, prevent many forms of cancer, stronger immune system, increase life expectancy up to 15 years, higher IQ, conserve up to 70% clean water, save over 70% of the Amazonian rainforest from clearance for animal grazing. A solution for world hunger: free up 3,433 billion hectares of land, free up 760 million tons of grain every year, or half the world's grain supply, consume 2/3 less fossil fuels than those used for meat production, reduce pollution from untreated animal waste, maintain cleaner air, save 4.5 tons of emissions per U.S. household per year, stop 80% of global warming, plus more.
Hello, Master.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, Master. Thank you. Master, we are talking often about human race and galaxy. But besides humans, what other races are there? We don't know even the basic knowledge about our neighbors. What are the human characteristics that distinguish us from other species? For example, the big guys, are they humans also? Or what other race are they? What are their main characteristics? Is it the physical body or the mental emotional makeup that distinguish us from other species? Thank you.
Dear man, we don't even know our own neighbor next door to you. Of course,
right.
we don't know other neighbors in the galaxy. Do you know your neighbors very well? Not too
No,
well.
I don't.
Might not even say hello. In the big city, they don't even have neighbors. They don't even know what neighbors look like. Sometimes don't even see neighbors. Sometimes you hear the story in the newspaper or television that there's a so-and-so man or woman who has been dead in their apartment for 2 years and nobody even discovered. Until something happened, they will break the door and come in and see that he's dead. Recently even, in England. So the question about galactic beings, we'll leave it for another time, okay? Let's save our planet first. How about that? And after we save the planet, we will have time to invent many other things like UFO or the like, and then we can go visit other planets. And then you will see them for yourself, if we live that long. Otherwise, after we leave this physical body, we will go to heaven, and from there you can have like a general look out in all the galaxy in the universe, and then you will know for yourself, because there's so many, and their characteristics are so varied as well. Some like human, some are not. So I tell you, practice well, and then we go up there and have a cool look. You know, from the top of the mountain or from the top of the tower, we can look better than from the ground. Right now we concentrate on informing people to be vegetarian to save the planet. Okay?
Yes, Master. Thank you.
You and I are old already. Maybe we live a little bit to see the day when they invent something new for us, to go to see other galaxy. I hope we can, okay?
Some of the diseases related to meat consumption, bacterial microbes, pesticides and enzymes found in cheese derived from the inner stomach linings of other animals. Up to 80% of the calories in cheese are from pure fat. Antibiotic-resistant superbug infections from a strain of Staphylococcus aureus, blue tongue disease, E. coli, salmonella, bird flu, mad cow disease or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, 90% of the population at risk, pig's disease or PMWS, listeriosis, shellfish poisoning, preeclampsia, Campylobacter, Clostridium difficile, diseases hidden in healthy-appearing livestock. Some of the costs of meat eating: heart disease, over 17 million lives lost globally each year. Cost of cardiovascular disease is at least $1 trillion a year. Cancer. Over 1 million new colon cancer patients diagnosed each year. More than 600,000 colon cancer-related mortalities annually. In the United States alone, colon cancer treatment costs about $6.5 billion. Millions of people are newly diagnosed with other meat-related cancers every year. Diabetes. 246 million people are affected worldwide. An estimated $174 billion spent each year on treatment. Obesity. Worldwide, 1.6 billion adults are overweight, with 400 million more who are obese. Costs $93 billion each year for medical expenses in the United States alone. At least 2.6 million people die annually from problems related to being overweight or obese. Environmental. Use up to 70% of clean water, pollute most of the water bodies, deforest the lungs of the earth, uses up to 43% of the world's cereal, uses up to 85% of the world's soy, cause world hunger and wars, 80% cause of global warming, plus more. Some of the costs of milk consumption: breast, prostate and testicular cancer from hormones present in milk, listeria and Crohn's disease. Hormones and saturated fat leads to osteoporosis, obesity, diabetes and heart disease. Linked to higher incidences of multiple sclerosis, classified as a major allergen, lactose intolerance, plus more.
Bonjour, Maître. Beloved and precious Master, the ledge
How are you, Chocolate?
Fine, thanks. I hope I'm sweet too.
You are sweet.
Thank you. You are so precious, Master.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for the privilege of that moment with you.
Thank you, love.
I have noticed that too many people carry the misconception that if we don't eat the animals, they will overcrowd us. How can we dispel that myth in the public's mindset?
Nonsense.
Secondly, they also tend to think, where can we relocate the animals since there is barely enough space for us humans? How can we help them live a natural life?
Oh, nonsense. The problem now is not that we don't have enough room for them, but there are many endangered species even. The proof is that we have endangered species, even though we don't eat them. Those endangered species are not all the ones that we eat them. You see, the reason we have so many cows and pigs, chickens, etc., because we raise them. We breed them. We even force them breeding until they could not even breed no more, and they could even walk even. Even dogs, they do that, so that they can sell more. They force some dogs to bear children until she cannot walk no more. It's unnatural. The same process with cows and pigs and all that. And that's also the reason why cows and pigs have so many diseases, because this unnatural process of breeding and also a natural process of raising them. They crowd them in a factory farm, in a little square. They could not even turn around, except putting their head in front to eat, that's it. They could not even turn around. So the reason we have many cows and pigs, because we breed them. If we don't breed them anymore in the future, then we don't have to worry about animals don't have enough room, There are many endangered species. They are dying a lot every day now. 270 of them disappearing every day, and we're not even eating them. So before we came, the animals were there already, and if the natural has a way to take care of the planet, everything will be done according to a natural law. We should not worry about that. And those animals that we have already now, like cows and pigs, that we have to treat them kindly until they live their physical body naturally, the way we do. Otherwise, heaven will not forgive us anymore, because we are not very kind, we are not fit to truly be called human if we continue doing that. Also, we're killing the planet anyway, and we will go, animals and human all go together.
Thank you so much, Master.
You tell them about the endangered species. They're just talking nonsense. So they have excuse to eat meat. We should make excuse to be kind and good, not making excuse to be bad. That's what I think.
Some of the diseases related to meat consumption, bacterial microbes, pesticides and enzymes found in cheese derived from the inner stomach linings of other animals. Up to 80% of the calories in cheese are from pure fat. Antibiotic-resistant superbug infections from a strain of Staphylococcus aureus, blue tongue disease, E. coli, salmonella, bird flu, mad cow disease or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, 90% of the population at risk, pig's disease or PMWS, listeriosis, shellfish poisoning, preeclampsia, Campylobacter, Clostridium difficile, diseases hidden in healthy-appearing livestock. Some of the costs of meat eating: heart disease, over 17 million lives lost globally each year. Cost of cardiovascular disease is at least $1 trillion a year. Cancer, over 1 million new colon cancer patients diagnosed each year, more than 600,000 colon cancer-related mortalities annually. In the United States alone, colon cancer treatment costs about $6.5 billion. Millions of people are newly diagnosed with other meat-related cancers every year. Diabetes, 246 million people are affected worldwide. An estimated $174 billion spent each year on treatment. Obesity, worldwide 1.6 billion adults are overweight, with 400 million more who are obese. costs $93 billion each year for medical expenses in the United States alone. At least 2.6 million people die annually from problems related to being overweight or obese. Environmental, use up to 70% of clean water, pollute most of the water bodies, deforest the lungs of the earth, uses up to 43% of the world's cereal, uses up to 85% of the world's soy, cause world hunger and wars, 80% cause of global warming, plus more. Some of the costs of milk consumption: breast, prostate and testicular cancer from hormones present in milk, hysteria and Crohn's disease. Hormones and saturated fat leads to osteoporosis, obesity, diabetes and heart disease, linked to higher incidences of multiple sclerosis, classified as a major allergen, lactose intolerance, plus more.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
Thank you for being with us today.
Welcome.
My question is in regards to karma and its impact on our spiritual growth. In addition to the karma we bring upon ourselves, is it true that we take on the karma of our relatives, spouses, and their relatives? And besides more meditation, what can we do to burn off this karma for ourselves and our family members? And how can we perceive it from a point of view of compassion rather than a burden? Thank you, Master.
It's difficult, of course. Whoever is related to us is automatically that we have to bear, somehow their karmic burden. But if it's love, then we bear it with gladness, yes. I know it's difficult, but that's the way it is. We cannot just say, well, her sin has nothing to do with me, and then we just close our eyes and finish. It doesn't work like that. If we love somebody, or we interact in a friendly way with somebody, somehow our merit will be shared with that person. And that's why one person practice, even 5, 6, 7, 9 generation benefited. Yeah, this generation and the generation next and the one already deceased. And also we will benefit our society by being practitioner because of our merit. Okay? The reason it is shared, because we also shared everything in this world together. We share the food. Everybody contributes something to the society, and we are using it too. So somehow it is related with each other, and it depends on how big the merit you have, how big your spiritual power, your loved one or friends will benefit more or benefit less. I'm sorry if you feel a burden. It should not feel that way. The people who are not practicing spiritually, who don't walk the path that you're walking, you should feel more sorry for them. And whatever you can give them, you should. It will be done automatically somehow anyway. Unless you don't want to relate to anybody, okay, you go into the forest, you eat dry leaves and, picking berries and all that, then maybe you have less to share. But the purpose of spiritual practice is not just to keep it all to ourselves, my love. The purpose is to give. Just like we earn money, if we have a lot of money, or we have more than enough, we should share. We should feel sorry for the people who are not spiritually inclined, because they are the miserable ones. They have big time to lose. We have spiritual value. We have spiritual power to lean on. We are lucky. Okay? So feel lucky and feel compassionate for the one who are not that lucky.
Understood. Thank you, Master.
Hello, Master.
Hello.
I have some questions about my meditation practice. Specifically, since last winter, I've had increasing difficulty with it, and this has been very disheartening to me. I'm feeling really blocked right now in my progress and in my connection to you and the higher aspects of myself. And I know that previously you've talked about there being different types of entities that can affect a spiritual practitioner. And I'm wondering if that's possibly part of what's happening to me, especially given the nature of my inner and outer experiences, or if it's simply the negative tendencies of my mind that are playing tricks on me. In either case, I ask for your help in clearing these obstacles and in reestablishing an alignment to get my meditation practice back on track. Thank you, Master.
I don't know why you are talking so down upon yourself. You look very handsome and good and aligned to me.
Thank you, Master.
What is wrong, honey? What is actually wrong?
Yeah, I think part of the connection with why this happened back in winter has to do with the announcements that came out that you made about the situation with global warming, and that almost set up a panic response in me, and there were other contributing factors.
Oh, I see. You look like a tough guy to me.
Thank you.
You look like a guy who don't always take obstacle for an answer. You look like you're going to be okay. Everybody have a little black cloudy day sometime, and if you do feel a little run down, well, you let yourself be that, and then try to get something else going. Yeah? If you're stuck here, you go open another door. God say that when God closes one door, He opens the others. Okay, so it might be something you need to go through in order to learn to be maybe sympathetic to somebody else in the future who has the same situation with you, and then you can comfort him or her, who knows. And I think that's almost behind you already. That's why you're still sitting there and being so articulate about your feeling. At least you know what's wrong. When we know where it's painful, we can always massage that area or put some balm on it. So now we have an urgent situation here. We need you to go out and do something. Telling people that wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. The house is on fire. Wake up. Try to get people out of the fire. It's not only me and you that sitting here. There are billions of people out there who need your help. Yes, you're not born here for nothing. You're here so that you can help the planet. Yes. Of course, the negative power will try to tell you the other way, but don't listen to it. Don't bother about your mood. Just do what is good and stop what is bad. That's all there is. Only two ways to do. Do good, stop bad. Okay? Right now, the best thing we do is go out and distribute information or telling people, or make a seminar in your backyard, whatever. Get your neighbor together, drinking tea, and tell them what not. Okay? Tell them about what do and what don't. And even if they don't listen to you, at least you're doing your best. And when you die, you feel you have discharged your obligation. You've been worthwhile of your human life, and you are a noble being. That's all important, okay? Not all people will listen to us. It's not about people only, it's about us, whether we try our best, okay? To help people.
Okay, thank you very much, Master.
We plant a tree for 10 years, and suddenly it blooms, and suddenly the fruits will be there. We just keep watering the plant. We just keep doing what we do. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Master.
Tough guy. You'll be doing it. You'll be finding.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
Beloved Master, humanity has pushed so many beautiful birds and animals and other wonderful creatures into extinction. Will there be a way that we can amend this in the near future after we stabilize our beautiful planet? And how can we make up for this tremendous loss, especially to the animals?
Well, we just have to remind everybody, you see, to be veg and to be kind to the animals. That's the only way we can protect them. And then later on, maybe they will recover themselves again. I read some news somewhere today, I think in Flying News, that some dolphin, who has been protected, has reproduced again in better number, So it's possible with other species. If we just protect our environment and we turn our heart into a compassionate way of life, then like attract like. You see? If we treasure life, then life will be coming back in abundance. Yeah, I'm also sorry, like you, because some beautiful animals, some beautiful species are just gone. If we don't do anything to protect the animals and the planet, maybe in the future we will be only looking at them from photos, like a history, like dinosaur or something. Yes, I'm also very sorry and concerned like you are. But we are doing what we can, huh, Kate? Yeah, that's why we are doing it. That's why we distribute alternative living flyers and SOS flyers and all that. And we're doing what we're doing, yeah? Seminar, vegetarian and all that. Just for this, for protecting the species and protecting human.
Yes, thank you, Master.
Some of the benefits of a vegetarian diet: lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol levels, reduce type 2 diabetes, prevent stroke conditions, reverse atherosclerosis, reduce heart disease risk 50%, reduce heart surgery risk 80%, prevent many forms of cancer, stronger immune system, increase life expectancy up to 15 years, higher IQ, conserve up to 70% clean water, save over 70% of the Amazonian rainforest from clearance for animal grazing. A solution for world hunger: free up 3,433 billion hectares of land. Free up 760 million tons of grain every year, or half the world's grain supply. Consume 2/3 less fossil fuels than those used for meat production. Reduce pollution from untreated animal waste. Maintain cleaner air. Save 4.5 tons of emissions per U.S. household per year. Stop 80% of global warming, plus more.
Hello?
Before I came to you, I was initiate from other master. And last time he was here and I went to see him. My question is, am I riding 2 bikes?
If you prefer with us, then you just stay with this method, all right?
Both methods is the same.
The same, then it's okay. Continue.
I would like to stay with you.
Okay, then please stay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yes. Maybe your affinity is with me, okay? That's why you came. So it's all right. Welcome home.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome, love.
Hello, Master.
Yeah, hello.
I have a question. Yesterday, when I came back to the meditation hall, I watched your videotape. Then suddenly, there were tears in my eyes, and I said to myself that I love you so much, and I want to hurt you. But that feeling has gone very quickly. I have a lot of love for the animals. I hope that they will live peacefully and people will stop killing them. But the feeling also goes quickly after a while. Could you please explain to me why? Thank you.
Yeah, because you are distracted by many other things in this world. Yes? You cannot always thinking of one thing all the time. So whenever you have the good feeling, you enjoy it. Yeah? And then you go meditate and you will have it again next time.
Okay? Yes, Master.
No problem. Try your best, that's all. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, it's not easy to keep the loving feeling all the time because so many things around you. It's always keep you occupied. Yeah? But your heart is always loving, don't worry. The feeling may be gone, but the essence of it is still always there. Okay?
Yes.
It will come back again when you are less busy.
Hello, Master. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. My question is regarding Eden on Earth. It's really inspiring to envision on Earth. So we would like to know more about this beautiful future of our planet. what would the social system look like? Will the money system be replaced by something better, like a system based on abundance and love, where people offer their service and products to the community, and at the same time they will have all they need to live on? Is this achievable within our generation? How do we begin to create Eden on earth? We're so looking forward to it. Thank you, Master.
I told you all this already from all the planet, so that you can drool about it. And now if our planet catch up with a similar spiritual elevation, then it will be like that too. Yes? It will be like Eden on earth, where everyone has equal access to community service as well as a community resource, and everything will be distributed evenly, and everyone will be respected and loved and taken care of exactly like the next one, or the last one, or the first one. Yes, let's hope it happens soon. Yes, and then we can invent many machines, many other non-pollutant apparatus, so we can travel million light years away from the earth and visit our neighbor planets and all that, or even immigrate there. It would be more fun than what we are having right now. Yes. As soon as the human being begin to be more compassionate, more loving, and more true to themselves, to their loving great self, to the God within themselves, then nothing is impossible. Everything that they cannot even imagine will happen. Yes. Right now we're trying very hard, costs a lot of money to go to Mars, just take a few little dirt to come back. No, that's nothing. In the future we just fly to every corner of the universe, visiting anybody we want. You know, physically, also spiritually. Spiritually right now, many of us already visiting other planets. And that is okay, that is for us. But we could even invent many other instruments so that we can fly all over the universe en masse together, like we're doing with airplane now, like taking an airplane to Europe or taking an airplane to America. In the future, we will take in similar to airplane, but we will use our thought, power of the mind to control, and then we just go anywhere, not just on this planet. Not just a neighboring Mars or Moon, but far, much farther in the corner of the universe. And we will discover so many things, so many beautiful, interesting corner of our galaxy or the next galaxy that would take our breath away. Right now we're just like crawling on the ground. We fly a little bit in the cloud, but that's it. You know, it's not much interesting. Anyway, I'm also hoping to see that day, you know, while I'm alive. But if not, it's okay. Don't matter. We can fly ourselves individually.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for all your precious time and sharing it with us, and all your love and blessings and compassion. We love you very, very much.
I love you too.
Thank you. Thank you, Master.
Welcome. And be loved, be blessed. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for what you've been doing to save the planet.
Thank you.
Bless
Thank you, Master.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your company for today's Between Master and Disciples here on Supreme Master Television. With heaven's grace, may all beings live harmoniously in dignity and respect.